guys, Mike Mackerling with another episode of Workout 101 on workouttrainer.com. Today I'm going to show you guys a quick superset utilizing the pre-exhaust technique for training the rear deltoids. Alright, so let's get right into it and I'll talk to you guys about the benefits and actually how to do the technique. We're just going to do a standing bent over rear delt raise. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to bend over at the knees here, let the dumbbells hang, execute the movement. Okay, put them down. Immediately from here, we're going to go into one of Dr. Jim Sapani's favorite exercises, a face pull. Okay. Pull back. All right, two exercises done back to back. Now let's talk about the technique. All right. First of all, the technique in a rear delt raise is somewhat difficult. I see a lot of people doing this exercise incorrectly. What they'll do is they'll take dumbbells, and first thing what they'll do is they'll come at an angle here and they'll pop their head up. Okay, that's incorrect. And then they'll do this. They'll bend over and it's almost like they're doing a sideways. Or sometimes their head is down and they're doing this. Okay, arms flare out like that. That's incorrect. The rear delt raise is targeting the rear delts. All right, you got to get not the arms back here. If you do this, you're pulling with your lats and your rhomboids, teres major. You're not really emphasizing the rear delt. The rear delt is hit when the arm is flexed, or excuse me, is straight, but then it pulls the humerus up here at an angle that's more in front of you. And even if you kick your palm out a little bit, you're going to target that rear delt a little bit more. Now there is debate because there has been research done on certain hand positions, whether having a pronated grip. So if you come up here and you do a rear delt raise, if that targets more the rear delt or more muscle fiber activity versus the hand here. Now here's one of the things about it. If your hand is more in a neutral position, you can actually do more weight. All right, so I think the research, after looking at it myself, it can be debated, but do whatever is more comfortable for you would be my preference. I've been actually using more of a neutral grip just because I want to try and see the differences for myself. So, but ideally what you want to do is when you are doing it, the angle of the dumbbell, where it comes up in the position of your arm is key. You don't want to come back here, okay? Coming back here does nothing. What you want is you want to come up and try and go out in front of your head to where your hand is almost in a Y position in front. That's key because that way you're actually putting your arm in the position to where the rear delts can be hit. So as I bend over here, I'm coming up, squeezing. And you don't want to drop this and start bouncing. Bend over, hips out. See how my butt's sticking out? I'm not hunched like this. I'm actually, my spine is curved. I'm in a nice erect position, but bent over at the waist. My arms dangle in front of me. Come up. Squeeze the scapula back. Both scapulas back. Try and squeeze and pull from this part of your back or your shoulders. Immediately, when you're done, you're going to go into a face pull. Face pull, you can grab a rope, which is primarily the best way to do it because you have a little bit of free motion here. For this movement, palms facing down. Okay, don't get into doing this. Okay, you're activating biceps. You're not going to get the elevation needed for your arms. So as you come here, palms should be facing down, even almost in a thumbs down position would be even more ideal. That's one of the reasons why I like using the ropes. Because your palms are facing almost reverse grip in a way, you can actually keep those elbows high and pull back with the delts. You're getting some assistance from the brachialis as well as some of the upper traps and the rhomboids. But ideally you're pulling back and you want to pull with those rear delts, okay? So now why do we do this? Well, this is known as a pre-exhaust technique utilized in a superset to target the rear delts. What do I mean by that? Pre-exhaust technique means you're doing a single joint exercise first, starting with the single joint exercise, which we are. The only moving joint in a rear delt raise is the shoulder. So that primarily emphasizes the rear delts, this movement here. However, you're limited as to amount of weight that you can use because it's a single joint. Generally, you're weaker doing a single joint movement than you are multi-joint, where you have your elbow, your shoulder, your knee, your hip moving at the same time, more complex movements. So you start off with that to where you're going to whatever the reps are in the program, or until you reach muscle failure. Immediately you're supersetting with now a multi-joint movement to where, yes, that muscle group as the rear delts are being utilized, but you also have other muscle groups that are assisting the movement. So therefore what you're doing is you're pre-exhausting the muscle group or the muscle that you want to emphasize, and then you're taking it into the overload by executing a multi-joint movement to where it's still active, but it has some other muscles kind of helping it along, okay? So that research has been actually shown, as well as, you know, just doing it in the gym. A lot of people have seen a lot of results, a lot of significant muscle growth in the areas that they're doing utilizing the pre-exhaust technique. So this is a superset utilizing a pre-exhaust technique specifically to target the rear deltoid heads of the shoulder, using the rear bent over rear deltoid raise with the dumbbells, moving right in to a high face pull with the rope. Give it a try if you guys want a workout program that utilizes these two movements. We have many of them on workouttrainer.com. Generally, I always like trying to listing the programs right below, so if it's not there just yet, give me some time, guys. I'm only one man, and I will make those updates. But the workout program that utilizes this specific superset should be listed below. If you guys have any questions about this or anything else, make sure to ask me on the Workout Trainer Facebook page by clicking above on the community section, finding the trainer drop down, clicking on myself, Mike Mackerlane, and I will answer any questions you guys have, or you can leave them for me on the Workout Trainer Facebook page in the comments section, and I will answer your question there. Until next time, guys, it's Mike Mackerlane. Take care.